stories are right at your fingertips. Visit WJBF.com and count on News Channel 6, where we celebrate Black excellence every day.
Celebrating Black Excellence 365, only on News Channel 6.
Every day, ordinary people in the CSRA do extraordinary things to serve our community. Each month, News Channel 6 recognizes these outstanding volunteers with the Giving Your Best Award. Do you know an everyday hero who goes the extra mile to help others? Nominate them for the Giving Your Best Award by visiting WJBF.com and filling out the entry form.
Sponsored by Science Co., Piedmont Augusta, Security Federal Bank, and News Channel 6. The News Channel 6 mobile app is now even better. Download it today.
It's a snow day across the CSRA. We have winter storm warnings in effect the rest of tonight through tomorrow morning, so it is a Viper 6 alert day as we track snowfall totals possibly up to 5 inches, maybe even more in some of our southern line counties. I'll have the latest on your forecast straight ahead.
Right now on News Channel 6 at 6, yes, that winter weather is moving into our area for the second time in less than 2 weeks. This is a look from our Skyview network at SRP Park. We're going to check conditions across the area for you and let you know where the biggest impacts will be as your news starts now.
Live from Television Park, this is WJBF News Channel 6 at 6.
Good evening, everybody. I'm Brad Means. We do thank you for joining us. Getting us off tonight. Coverage you can count on does begin with that snow we are seeing across the area tonight, and it's from a system that's moving all across the southeast. Check the video from New Orleans, where they haven't seen measurable snowfall in more than 15 years. The Crescent City looking at up to half a foot when it's all said and done. We do have team coverage of this winter weather. Bria Smith, you see, live tonight in Waynesboro. And there's Sean Cabbagestock covering things live in Allendale. 2 areas expected to get some of the heaviest snowfall. But first, let's check in with our chief meteorologist, Jenna Petracci, with a look at everything that's happening right now and what we can expect tonight. Jenna?
Yeah, Brad. So speaking of New Orleans, I also want to show you our Terry Lambert Hyundai Skyview cam that is showing the palm trees surrounded by snow out there. Typically, I would show you this camera view during a hurricane, but today it was a blizzard with snowfall totals up to around 6 inches in New Orleans. Now, as we switch over to our Terry Lambert Hyundai Skyview cam at Washington Road, luckily the roads look okay. It's just the grassy areas, the trees, the cars that are starting to see that snow accumulate, and you can definitely see that here over down towards the side here, but the cars are moving along just fine at the moment. On Live Viper 6 radar, we're seeing snow across the area. Luckily, the pink stuff staying down towards our south, so that is the icy mix of sleet and freezing rain. As for our snowfall totals, we're seeing mostly trace amounts, but in our western counties, now up to 1 inch in Sandersville and Wrightsville, around 1/2 inch to 3/4 of an inch in places like Thompson and Gibson. So those snowfall totals are starting to climb as the road temperatures decrease. So we're now seeing conditions at the freezing mark or below, feeling like 31 in Thompson and Gibson when it comes to our road temperatures, and that's going to allow the snow to stick more. Dew points are also climbing. We're seeing those mid to upper 20s in our southern and western counties, so enough moisture around to allow that snow to fall. And as for the actual temperatures, it is just plain cold out there with 24 degrees in Aiken, 27 in Barnwell, 29 in Sylvania. Everyone in the CSRA is below freezing, and none of us got to above freezing today. The wind chill is feeling like 14 in Aiken, 15 in Augusta. The winds are up to 13 miles per hour sustained in Augusta, and we're seeing those winds gust up to 20 miles per hour in some of our southern counties like Jenkins and Emmanuel. That's where we'll be watching for the highest impacts today. So anywhere south of I-20, moderate impacts when it comes to that snowfall impacting travel tonight through tomorrow morning. Limited impacts as we look towards the north of I-20, but everyone is getting at least a little bit of snow today, and all of us will be very cold tonight. Wind chill between 10 to 15 degrees with a cold weather advisory through 10 a.m. tomorrow morning. Coming up, I'll have a look at your futurecast and all your latest snowfall totals, so stay with us, but back to you, Brad.
All right, Jenna, thanks. Bria Smith, as we mentioned, has been tracking the winter weather in the southern part of our viewing area since this morning. She joins us live now in Waynesboro. Bria.
That's right, Brad. Well, Burke County EMA and the Waynesboro Fire Department says it's best to be prepared for the worst, which could be up to 4 inches of snow. Now, so far, the Burke County EMA has collected salt bags. They have a chainsaw in the case of downed trees and are ready to assist in any potential winter storm damage. They do encourage people to stay at home if possible to prevent any road accidents. And Waynesboro Fire Department or Fire Chief Robert Parrish says there are things you can do in-house to prepare.
Be aware of home heating issues, space heaters and things like that. Don't go to sleep with your space heaters on. Make sure they're at least 3 feet away from anything combustible. Make sure you keep your faucets dripping. Keep those pipes from freezing and busting.
EMA staff do encourage you to sign up for Code Red for any weather alerts or updates and to keep an eye out on their Facebook page also for more updates. For now, reporting live in Burke County, Bria Smith, WJBF, News Channel 6.
And on the other side of the Savannah River, our southern line counties also expected to feel the biggest impact. Sean Cabbage-Stock is live tonight in Allendale. Sean?
Hey there, Brad. It's great to be with you. Just before 4, we started seeing flurries here in Allendale County. They paused for a bit, but those roads are definitely slick. Earlier today, I spoke with folks who are getting ready for this winter blast.
The military taught me how to prepare. Always be ready.
People in Allendale County spent Tuesday getting ready for up to 3 inches of snow. Schools are closed, and county offices will shut down Wednesday for safety.
I insulated my pipes, made sure that my windows are insulated also, but mainly insulating the pipes. Make sure the water don't burst or whatever, the pipes don't burst.
Officials are keeping a close eye on conditions. Emergency services, law enforcement, and fire departments are on standby. The Department of Transportation has been treating roads since Monday to try to keep them passable.
Whatever falls is going to melt and it's going to refreeze, and then we have a black ice issue. So we're just keeping that in mind.
Flood-prone areas in town and on the outskirts are a concern, especially for the elderly.
Just in case. Local DSS is always there waiting for us if we have to open up a shelter. Local Red Cross is already ready to come in to be able to man that shelter for us if we have to have that.
We met shoppers at local stores like IGA, stocking up on essentials.
Well, coming to get some water and make sure we have candles, different stuff like that. Water, bread, cold cuts or whatever.
Oh, make sure we have enough, canned goods and stuff. When the storm will come, we be a little prepared for it.
And Brad, of course, officials are staying on top of things. A briefing with state emergency management officials is set for tomorrow at 10 a.m. Live in Allendale, I'm Macon Bureau Chief Sean Cabbage-Stock, WJBF News Channel 6.
Sean, thanks. And as you might imagine, several local school systems are canceling or delaying school tomorrow because of this storm. Right now, the schools that are closed include Columbia, Hancock, Emmanuel, Jenkins, Scriven, Warren, and Tolliver counties. Many of our other schools are having e-learning or learn from home days. Those include Richmond, Aiken, Allendale, Bamberg, Barnwell, Edgefield, McCormick, Burke, Glasscock, Jefferson, Lincoln, McDuffie, Wilkes, and Washington. Check our website for updated closings as they come in. Still ahead here on News Channel 6 at 6, Georgia Governor Brian Kemp preparing for significant snowfall across the state. A look at where the focus is and which areas expect the biggest impact in a moment.
News Nation tonight. Bill O'Reilly.
Get clear, accurate stories that don't waste your time at WJBF.com.
Welcome back, everybody. State leaders in Georgia bracing for severe weather to move all across the Peach State. They held a briefing this morning at the Georgia Emergency Management Headquarters in Atlanta. And our Atlanta Bureau Chief, Archit Seshadri, covered it. He's live now with more. Arch.
Yeah, that's right. Within the last 10 minutes, we heard from Georgia Governor Brian Kemp, who says state offices in the city of Atlanta, as well as the Georgia State Capitol, will remain closed on Wednesday as a measure of precaution. They're asking employees to telework instead. The governor also declaring a state of emergency for the next week until next Tuesday, which now means the state will have up to 250 National Guards to be deployed around the state to help clear any of the debris from snow or any of the winter precipitation that's expected to trickle in. This morning, Governor Kemp says if you lose power make sure that you already have a plan in place, both charging your devices as well as a communication plan with your loved ones. The Georgia DOT already providing state routes as well as interstates and critical routes across the state starting this weekend. They're going to continue looking into that over the next 24 hours. Their message to drivers: to simply stay off the road. They have more than 440 snowplows ready to be deployed, and they are using the State Operations Center at the Georgia Emergency Management Association's headquarters in Atlanta to see where they need to deploy. They're predicting about 2 inches of snow anywhere north of Atlanta and up to 5 inches in the southern part of the state. That's the line between Augusta, Macon, and Columbus, anywhere from up to 5 inches, especially in the southwest part of the state, and they say these effects could last until Thursday.
It's really cold now, so as soon as we get participation, like Will said, if that participation hits the ground, melts, and then refreezes, all of a sudden you're going to have a lot of chaos out there on the roadways. That's why, people are riding around now but maybe thinking, why are y'all warning us about this? But this could deteriorate very quickly, like it did in 2014. That's what we're trying to avoid.
And I just took a look at my phone. It is 27 degrees on my phone, 27, and in fact feels like 17 degrees, so certainly nail-bitingly cold out here. They've also opened up several warming centers across the state. GMA has that on its website. They're also encouraging people to make sure that you turn off your hoses outside and have your faucets dripping to avoid any kind of pipes from freezing into the night, and make sure that you bring your plants, and your pets inside so that you can make sure they are warm and secure. We'll, of course, continue this developing story and bring you updates from GMA, but for now, reporting live in Atlanta, Archit Seshadri, WJBF News Channel 6.
Well, the threat of snow had this afternoon's commission meeting rescheduled to Thursday, but it didn't stop Mayor Garnett Johnson's update on the state of the city. The mayor giving his second annual address, saying Augusta has limitless potential. He said the city, yes, still faces enormous challenges as 2025 gets underway, especially when it comes to storm debris pickup, but he says Augusta is on the rise.
Augusta is a city on recovery. We were affected by Hurricane Helene in 2024, certainly had a bunch of challenges, but we're excited about our future. We're excited about our long-term recovery, making Augusta better and building back better than we were prior to Hurricane Helene, and I think that's what today's message was about.
One of the mayor's goals for this year is to review the city charter, and he reminds everybody that anything the charter committee recommends still has to be approved by voters. Our chief meteorologist, Jennifer Tracci, staying busy, rejoining us now and tracking that winter storm.
Yeah, busy and cold here in the Weather Center, Brad. It is very cold out there with snow coming down, and those snowfall totals will amount to around 1 to 2 inches in our northern counties, 2 to 4 across Augusta and Aiken, and we're talking 4 to 5 inches plus in our southern line counties. I'll look at your futurecast when we return.
Gala. You can't always choose the weather, but you can choose your weather app. Go with the most accurate and most trusted, the Live Viper 6 mobile app. Download it today. This is a WJBF Live Viper 6 alert.
Welcome back. You're taking a look at our Terry Lambert Hyundai Skyview cam over in Swainsboro. Unfortunately, it is starting to get dark outside, so a bit harder to see our winter wonderland, but you can still see the dusting of snow on the grass there in Emmanuel County, and you can also tell it is breezy with the flag blowing back and forth. But we're actually getting a break from the snow coming down here in Emmanuel County, and luckily nothing has stick to the roads yet. Our 24-hour snowfall totals are showing some places getting up to 1.5 inches around Macon, 1 inch in some of our western counties, but the highest amounts are definitely across New Orleans. We're seeing 8 inches in Louisiana and 8 inches over towards Texas as well, the border of Texas and Louisiana. And as for us on Live Viper 6, we have a lot more snow to come. It's covering most of the state of Georgia and South Carolina, and then a rain-snow mix across the coastline. Charleston and Savannah, unfortunately, dealing with an icy situation. We also have a bit of a dry slot here preventing with some snow coming down in Emmanuel County, like I just mentioned, and a break here in Aiken County at the time, but still a lot more snow to come the rest of this evening as temperatures will be well below freezing. We're currently sitting in the 20s, 26 in Augusta, 24 in Aiken. Barnwell, you're at 27 degrees, and the wind chill is in the teens. So it's only feeling like 15 now in Augusta, 14 in Aiken as your feels like temperature, and the road temperatures are starting to drop below freezing as well. I actually just received a report from a viewer that in Gibson, the snow is starting to stick on the roadways, and no surprise based off the temperature of 28 degrees on the roads there. 32 in Millen, 35 in Sylvania, so Bamberg, Allendale, and Sylvania, and some of our northern counties seeing those road conditions still above the freezing mark, but all of us are under some sort of alert. So we have a winter storm warning in effect for most CSRA counties, and then a winter weather advisory for our northern counties. So that's a lower threat. These are the counties that will see the lowest impacts as we go throughout the rest of tonight and tomorrow morning. Our futurecast showing the widespread snow tonight at 7 o'clock. Most of that ice staying down towards the south of us, so that is the good news here. This is a snow event for us. Now, of course, we do still have some concerns with black ice as some of this freezes over again, but for the rest of tonight, just a beautiful snowy view. Still limit your time on the roads tonight through tomorrow morning as they will be slick, but overall, those snowfall totals are no joke in our southern line counties. We're talking 4 inches, maybe even 5 inches or more in our far southern locations from Emmanuel over to Jenkins, Screven, Allendale, and Bamberg. Around 3 inches expected in Augusta and Aiken, and then the further north you go, those are where we'll see the lower totals, up to only an inch around Clarks Hill Lake. So if you're headed out in the snow tonight or tomorrow morning, once again, try to avoid being on the roads as much as possible, but if you have to, reduce your speed, avoid locking up brakes, don't power up hills, and also remember to stay away from overpasses and bridges since those tend to get very icy. And remember that over the next couple of days as we will have temperatures well below freezing, and that won't help us seeing any melting. So tonight our temperatures are going all the way down to 21, then we're down to 19 on Thursday morning. So by tomorrow we will see our temperatures start to climb, but we're starting out the day in the upper teens in our northern counties, low 20s for the rest of us. With the sunshine and temperatures in the mid to upper 30s tomorrow, we will see some melting, but then anything left over will still freeze again for Thursday morning. So we have that Viper 6 alert day in effect for Wednesday morning due to the snow accumulation. High of 43 by Thursday, then into the 50s this weekend. Nice sunny skies. Next week will be around 60 degrees for a change, and also we'll be tracking some rain instead of snow. And now if we can go over to our umbrella winner, give me one moment. I know her name is Valerie Peterson. That's right, here's our umbrella winner today, Valerie Peterson from Augusta, Georgia. Congratulations. You can pick up your umbrella here at the station, of course, once the snow passes. Stay safe out there, and you can sign up to win yours on WJBF.com.
All right, thanks a lot, Jenna. We'll be right back.
With 40 years experience, Chevrolet's advanced comfort features. Every drive feels like a celebration. Together, let's drive. Shop now online at masterchevrolet.com. Is rainy weather putting a damper on your day? Enter to win your very own live Viper 6 umbrella today. Visit WJBF.com and click on Contest. Then fill out the entry form for your chance to win.
Getting your hands on a live Viper 6 umbrella has never been easier.
That's right. Lucky winners will be announced weekdays on News Channel 6 at 6.
Who knows? It could be you.
Sponsored by Busby's Heating and Air. When quality matters, call Busby's. Trusted since 1945. Over the years, thousands of people have gotten their hands on one. And who knows, you could be next. Win your very own Good Morning Augusta coffee mug at WJBF.com/coffee club. Sponsored by Honda Cars of Aiken. The CSRA's favorite news app is now even better with easier access to local news, weather, and streaming video. Download the News Channel 6 mobile app. Now, WJBF sports coverage you can count on.
I'm here at the Boys and Girls Club of Greater Augusta at the E.W. Hagler Club, where WNBA Hall of Famer Nancy Lieberman came to town Tuesday to not only share her inspiring story, but give back to the next generation. Community leaders, representatives, and board members all gathered at the Boys and Girls Club of Greater Augusta to hear basketball legend Nancy Lieberman. Lieberman and her charity have donated more than 130 dream courts throughout the United States. The late latest right here in Augusta. The goal is to make basketball more accessible to children, providing a safe environment to play.
She promised that she would help me bring a basketball court to Augusta. So we're super excited that she was here, and it's an amazing asset for our organization and for kids to have a basketball court outside.
Frigid temperatures didn't cool down the excitement at the ribbon cutting ceremony. The high-performance high school-sized court features a Power Game blue surface with the Dream Court logo. Dream courts like this one serve more than 5.5 million youth each year.
The excitement that's been building over the last couple of months with them building the court, pouring the concrete. They knew a basketball court was coming.
The former WNBA coach not only shared her pathway to success, but also gave her insight to the up-and-coming generation of athletes.
Loving kindness. It doesn't take talent to have loving kindness. It doesn't take money to have loving kindness. It doesn't take anything. We have to imagine the things that take no talent. It doesn't take talent for me to come to Augusta on a snowy, cold day.
But this court isn't just about basketball.
There is a pathway to whatever kind of life you want to create for yourself. So I think listening to Nancy's talk this morning was just very inspiring to hear her story and to hear how basketball has really impacted her life and helps her become the person that she is today.
Reporting in Augusta, Gianna Cephalou, WJBF News Channel 6.
Accidents can happen. Call attorney John Foyd Associates.
The Viper 6 Alert Day continues through Wednesday morning as we will have some slick roadways and snow accumulation. Temperatures will be down into the low 20s tonight, high of only 38 tomorrow, but we slowly but surely warm up with sunshine as we head into the weekend.
All right, Jenna, thanks. Do dogs enjoy watching the same entertainment as their human companions? Well, one veterinary eye specialist says not so much. Look at that dog watching TV. The vet says, most canines are really just gazing at a colorful screen versus actually watching TV. Many dogs think TV is boring. They prefer real-life interaction, but they do enjoy watching other dogs. That dog's yawning. But if you put on a pet TV, a dog will watch it and follow the action and listen to the sounds of his or her friends.
I've heard Bluey is a big hit.
Bluey's big with animals?
Yes, it is. I wouldn't know, but I've heard.
Yeah, I'll turn it on and see what Ruby thinks of it. Thank you all for watching. We're back at 7 after World News Tonight. Have a great evening. Be safe.
Tonight we have several breaking